Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Millie and today I have a very exciting video for you. And it's a collab with 5 other beautiful ladies here on YouTube. And so this tag is called the Most Likely To tag, and it's created by Christina. She has a lot of great content like new makeup product reviews, some ranking videos, as well as duping some new eyeshadow palettes with her own collections, which those are always so much fun to watch. Then also part of this collab is Alex or Alejandra Lisette, and she does a lot of great panning videos as well as Shop My Stashes. And then Charlotte Holdcroft, who does high-end makeup reviews and also monthly favorites and commentary videos. And then also Tara Lynn, who does high-end makeup reviews and also a kind of will I buy it style, but she calls it buy or browse, which I love that name for that because I think it's a little more unique and it really is kind of more like browsing if you're not buying. And then lastly we have Katie Marie, who actually invited me to join this tag collab, and so thank you so much for thinking of me. And she does a lot of multiple looks with palettes and eyeshadow swatches and indie content, makeup reviews. And if you're coming from one of their channels, thank you so much for stopping by. And I do a lot of kind of indie makeup related content, multiple looks, one palette, eyeshadow palette reviews, and really anything that shifts and is sparkly. I love it, I want it. So there's just a little bit about my channel, but let's get into the questions. I thought these questions were so fun and definitely really made me think, which is a huge part of the fun, is really looking at your collection and coming up with which of these would fit these questions. So number 1 is most likely to look amazing after a long day. And that one, I gotta give it to the LC Micro Silk Foundation. I've been using this foundation for quite a while. I actually went through an entire bottle of it and I have another one. And it's just one of those foundations that just no matter what state my skin is in, it will always look amazing. And it wears so well on my oily T-zone. And I have a lot of issues with some foundations looking really funky and just accentuating the pores around my nose. And this one is just completely smooth and I love this one. I know I can count on it. Next we have most likely to use for Halloween, and those would definitely be my Colored Rain Vivid Pigments, but those are just so colorful and there's such a great variety of colors that I definitely reach for those when I'm trying to do a Halloween makeup look. Then the most likely product to land me the job, I would say, would be the ABH Soft Glam palette, because that palette has such a beautiful color story of some neutrals that I think I could create a nice subtle look for like a job interview. And I think that palette is just really great in general, and it's a great transition palette that you could use to take any look from a daytime look to a nighttime look. Then on to most likely to wear to ring in the New Year's, and that would definitely be my Clionadh multi-chrome eyeshadows, and specifically Kiln and Smolder, which are my 2 favorite shades because they have kind of like a fiery look to them and I just love that shift. It's my favorite, so I would definitely wear those for a really dramatic eye that just looks really beautiful and shifty, and I love them so much and I think they're perfect for special occasions. But of course I wear them on a daily basis anyway because I'm a colorful kind of person. Most likely to get decluttered this year, there's a few things, but number 1 that comes to mind is the Espute Oceanic palette. I have a video of 4 looks and a review up on my channel, and I just cannot get along with their formula. It's very, very thin and a little bit on the drier side, and it just doesn't want to stick on my eye. I've tried every sort of way to try and make it work because the palette, the color story is absolutely gorgeous. I have nothing against that. It's just the formula doesn't work for me. Some of the shimmers are a little bit more like waxy and harder to press and they're harder to apply. So as much as it breaks my heart, I have to declutter that one because it's just not worth keeping. This next one is really funny. The most likely to get me the guy. So for this one, I thought it would be fun to mention Lime Crime Lip Gloss Extra Poppin'. It's their clear lip gloss, and the Lime Crime lip gloss formula is actually my most favorite lip gloss formula ever. It's very like slick, it's not sticky, it's just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I have almost all the shades pretty much. I think they recently released some new ones that I don't have, but I love this one in particular because it's a clear gloss and it just makes your lips look so luscious and beautiful, and it's amazing on its own or over lipstick. I highly recommend that one. So next is a tricky one, most likely to be my new favorite for the year. This one is a tough one because I have so many products that I love and I have been loving, but especially the Bitter Lace Beauty highlighters, the candy themed highlighters to be specific. They're just absolutely stunning. They're very unique shades. They're definitely not everybody's cup of tea because they do have some really interesting shifts, and they're definitely on the colorful side and on the glittery side, but I absolutely love them. I can't stop using them. I can also use them on my eyes, and they also smell really nice, and I just love anything sparkly and shifty, so these are just perfect for me. The next one's a little tricky also for me, and that's most likely to get me in trouble, and I guess for that one I would pick magnetic lashes in general. Really, I haven't found any magnetic liners that I really like that really work for me, but I've had a lot of experiences where I've worn the magnetic liner from Kiss or Eyelure or even the lash liner system, and my eyelashes kept popping up in the inner corner, and they just feel a little heavy for sure, like you can feel them, and they were bothering my contacts. So I don't really like risking looking crazy with my eyelashes popping up in the corner, and I don't like to have to think about it when I'm just trying to have a good time at a party or an event. So that's why I would say magnetic eyeliner and magnetic lashes. This next one is a really good one, most likely to be in a regrets video. I'm really salty about this answer, but the Milk Makeup Kush Triple Brow Pen. I just recently got it when it launched, and I bought the shade, I think it was like MJ something, and it said on the Sephora website that it was a cool toned kind of blonde shade, and it's orange. It's literally orange, and I was so excited for it. I really liked the applicator. It has little teeth in it, and I really wanted to try it and compare it to my Urban Decay brow blade, and then when I applied it, it was like really orange, and you could actually see how much warmer tone it was than my actual eyebrow hair, and it's just so bad. I cannot make it work. I've tried, you know, using like a cooler toned brow gel to brush through my brows to try to like tone it down a little bit, but it's just like straight up orange, and I'm so mad because how dare you say that it's cool tone, because it's nowhere near it. And the most likely product for me to hit pan on is definitely the Fenty bronzer, the matte one in Indecent, because it's very gently pigmented, which is on one hand something I like about it, but the other is I have to like really dig into the pan with my brush, and so there's already like a small dent, and I've had it for probably about 6 months, and the shade is really great for my skin tone, but I do wish it was just a little bit more pigmented and it wasn't so hard to pick up on a brush. And then the most likely product to get me compliments would be the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, because that palette just blends so easily and looks so stunning. The metallics are just absolutely beautiful, and I can do so many effortless looks with it. The most likely to repurchase is definitely my Urban Decay brow blade. I absolutely love it. I pretty much only use the brush tip side and not as much the other pencil side, but it's absolutely amazing. I use it every day. I've had it for quite a while, and it's still going really strong. I haven't had to repurchase it. The color is absolutely perfect for me. The pigmentation is great. I can create some really fine hair strokes, and I just love it. Nothing has replaced it yet, and even though it is a little bit on the pricey side, I think it's like $18, maybe $20, it's lasted me so long that it's totally worth another purchase. The most likely product I would splurge on is really any Natasha Denona palette, given that I like the color story. But I just love Natasha Denona and her eyeshadow palettes and her formulas, the shimmers, the mattes, her special kind of cream to powder formula. It just blends so easily, and I know I can trust using her palette in the morning to have a really quick look, and I don't have to put in much work, and it will look beautiful. So I would definitely splurge on her palettes. And the last one is the most likely product to look terrible after a long day. And for me, this was a toughie because I guess I could have included eyeshadow, but for some reason, the first thing that came to mind was the Juvia's Place Concealer. It's just worn really badly under my eyes every time I've used it. Even when I set it, it just doesn't work for me. I have my mascara always rubbing off on it, and it makes my under eye area look really crepey. And I also have tried it for spot concealing, and I think it's a little better for that, but I have not touched it under my eyes because I just have other concealers that I much prefer, that I know I can trust for a good long day of wear time. So I gotta give it to this concealer because it's not very often that I really have a bad experience with a concealer. And so those are all the questions. I had so much fun with this tag. I think it's a great idea, and I always love tags where I can talk about makeup and especially eyeshadow palettes. I could probably do this video just talking about eyeshadow palettes because I love them so much, but it's also great to include some other products. Christina did a really great job with these tag questions, and thank you everyone so much for including me in this collaboration. And don't forget to check out all these beautiful ladies and their videos and their channels. I will link all their information down below in the description box. I think it's gonna be a really great variety of answers from everybody, and I can't wait to watch everyone's videos. And of course, if you have a channel, I invite you to do this tag as well. And if you don't have a channel but you still want to participate, you can comment down below your answers to the tag. I will write down all the questions in the description box as well. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to stick around a little bit longer and hang out with me. So I will put up on the screen some of my other videos in case you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.